Hey there, gamers! Since the last Dark and Darker playtest ended, I've been pretty active in the Dark and Darker subreddit to just try and fill that void that the game left in its passing. One of the things that I posted was actually a poll of which map solo players preferred to play on, if it was Forgotten Castle or if it was the Goblin Caves. After 2 days of voting, about 5,000 people voted out of the 38,000 members of the subreddit. In the analytics, about 32,000 members saw the post, which is almost the entire subreddit, which is actually pretty cool. We also had hundreds of comments between the initial poll and the results being posted, including a comment from one of the moderators of the subreddit. So this isn't some sort of Gallup poll, you know? I wanted to start the poll just to get people talking about Dark and Darker while we wait for next playtest, and I think a lot of the comments are the most interesting aspect of this, just seeing the reasons why people liked different maps and to kind of hear how people played the game. Here are all the kind of interesting comments that were posted and some of the interesting discussions. One of the biggest themes was that a lot of newer players just went directly to Goblin Caves, thinking it was either going to be easier or saying that they were afraid of 1v3 fights, which was another big topic actually. A lot of people went to Forgotten Castle because they enjoyed, 1v3ing as a solo, whereas a lot of other people went to Goblin Caves because they enjoyed the fact that they would only be facing other solo players. Loot was a huge discussion, whether Goblin Caves had more loot or Forgotten Castle. A lot of people said that the devs provided a graph that showed there was a higher item rarity extract on Goblin Caves. I'm not entirely sure if it's true or not, but maybe it is. The graphs can be a little hard to read. There's a lot of information. But one thing I do know is that Goblin Caves, you are less likely to find, higher rarity items unless you kill the troll boss, and there is no boss on the regular, just normal first level map. So I don't know how much a difference the troll boss made, but it could have impacted the rarity by a lot. There is, however, a gold value earned graph that shows people who extracted from Forgotten Castle earned more gold on average. With the addition of Void Blast playtest, a lot of solo players said that they like teaming up with randoms and just trying to survive, which is pretty cool actually, and seemed to happen less on Forgotten Castle. And a lot of people just like the map design on different maps. So Forgotten Castle, people just liked, that castle vibe. On Goblin Caves, people talked a lot about the verticality of the map and sometimes how there are issues with portals based on which floor you're on, and sometimes the sound could be misleading. Going back to the results of the poll, both maps are actually pretty close to each other. So it seems like solo players just like both maps, just for different reasons. I couldn't cover every single comment because there were over 200, so if you're interested in looking at all the comments, I'll leave the link in the video description. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like or maybe subscribing. I'll be streaming Dwarf Fortress until the next Dark and Darker playtest stops by at twitch.tv/lolsmeplease. And I'd love to see you there, but until then, have a great day.
Well, you're hitting me! You're hitting me!